Top 10 Scenes of Money Heist. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to TV Explosion. Before we start, we want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Berlin punishes Tokyo. Berlin punishes Tokyo by reporting her to the police, and apart from her attractiveness and her Matilda-inspired hairdo, Tokyo is notorious for its erratic behavior and mood swings. Anyone's thoughts can be messed up by a lack of sleep. Tokyo goes insane and starts a rebellion to become the leader, prompting Berlin to tie her to a table and shove her out of the mint between the police's arms. We might think Berlin sacrificed Tokyo because of our disobedience, still, he did it to save the plan and the crew in reality. He's always been a controversial character, we love to hate him, but to be fair, Berlin had to do that unless you wanted everyone to be killed. Number 9. Professor confesses to Raquel. In this scene, Raquel had her arms tied. It's not what we typically call a convenient position for a conversation, but the professor has had to do this unlike any other series. The robbery in Money Heist isn't only motivated by the desire to obtain the money, it's a way to defy the capitalist system. Just good luck. In fact, the professor goes back to where the notion of money began. It's just paper taking out the actual environment. Money has no value. It's the banking system that assigns value to it. This scene is undoubtedly a key moment in the series, and it's the door from which Raquel joins the team to become Lisbon. Besides its philosophical aspect, this scene is also charged with a sexual tension between the two characters. 8. The bluffing scene. We learned that no one is immune to unpredictable events in this scene. The police are closer than ever to catching the professor. This proximity forces Raquel and the professor to go in separate directions. Raquel hides on a form but is quickly uncovered by the cops equipped with a remote microphone. She's still in audio contact with the lover. Clearly, the tables have turned since the clock points the gun to Raquel's head and shoots next to her. The professor thinks that Raquel's being killed lets him be submerged by sadness and hysteria. This is the first time we see the professor in a vulnerable state. 7. The SWAT scene. Edited in a parallel montage with a bluffing scene, this moment raises the stakes of the duality built between the system and the anti-systems, framed in close-up shots of Tokyo and Rio going downstairs, teary-eyed, tightened jaws holding missile launchers on the other side of the bank. An armored tank is ready to destroy the bank's door, and to get in there, the door opens in slow motion. Tokyo and Rio launch the missiles and destroy the armored tank. The vehicle blows up and disappears in flames. And this final scene is charged with meaning, as we say, they may have won the battle, but the war is still going on. 6. The shooting scene. This moment was shot as a war scene, a fast editing pace, close-ups mixed with wide shots, a minimalistic color palette combined with a lot of smoke and artificial fog. The crew's almost outside, except the exterior universe doesn't automatically mean freedom, and in this case, if you haven't already chosen your side, you have to do so unless you've been blinded by the love of one of the characters. The particular police unit is shooting it. Everyone here, Helsinki, gets shot in the stomach, and there's no real defensive strategy. We can't see a thing through the smoke, but based on the background sound, we understand that a lot is going on a metaphoric level. 5. From cop to a thief. Netflix raised the bar to the point that we had a scene with a military helicopter. Even though we all thought that the person hidden behind the black suit was Gandia, we found out at the very last moment that it's Lisbon that found her way into the bank. This sequence is the final stage in Lisbon's transformation from cop to criminal, in addition to providing a teaser for an impending new season. Leaving the system to join the revolution has never been easy, especially when dealing with a character who believes the system is flawed. 4. Gold Vault Scene. Robert Art dives into the vault and accesses the gold, even though the vault is submerged in water. Have you ever seen a bank robbery underwater? Well, Money Heist gives us the opportunity to witness such a rare event. The technicality of this process goes beyond what we see. Berlin, through a voiceover, explains everything to the professor based on the details we may think it's possible in theory, but Money Heist proves you wrong. If you want to know more about this scene, you should watch the making of the documentary for the series. 3. The Scent of Earth. We go back to basics into the most crucial natural element, Earth, at this stage. We've already created a bond with the characters. We want them to succeed to get the money and to escape. This is the relief moment when Moscow finally reaches the ground and finds the soil for the tunnel. You probably know that there's no Money Heist without the song Bella Ciao. This is the scene when it all started. The whole crew starts to dance and sing that song as if they've won an invisible war against the police. Number 2. Berlin's Sacrifice. Berlin is one of the most iconic characters in this series. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny his endearing side. His emotional backstory makes us understand him more, and you're progressively able to put yourself in his shoes. Berlin molested a woman, manipulated everyone, and if he had the power, he could have been a modern-day Hitler. This said, Berlin has a soft side. He's relatable, and that's what made his character so likable, hidden behind a desk. He decides out of nowhere to rush towards the police and die bravely. Did he do it for himself, just like a hero, or was it a redemption act that will probably have an answer through the multiple flash-forwards included in the upcoming seasons? And at number 1, Nairobi's death. Gandia, who as a secondary role in the series becomes a character able to change the narrative guidelines and the character arc's mind and pocket on the back burner. Nairobi was shot in Season 3 and is weaker than everyone in the crew. Gandia finally escapes thanks to Palermo's tips and is trying to kill everyone. He manages to kidnap Tokyo, but she won't be the one perishing. Unfortunately, it's not either gets killed by Gandia with a bullet in the middle of her head. The editing pace is so fast that you barely keep up with the events in one scene. Still, when Gandia pulls the trigger, everything slows down. This slow motion effect is even more important when it means the calm after the chaos that Nairobi is no longer alive. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to enjoy more content from this channel.